Saturday, September 25th, 5:28 p.m. Tom Beal here, wanting to share some insights, wanting to share some wisdom that I feel could be helpful for you. In today's age, in today's world, there are lots of social media platforms. Here we are on one of them. And what happens with the social media facade, whether it's Facebook, whether it's Instagram, whether it's YouTube, whether it's TikTok, whether it's you name the social media network, guess what happens? It appears every single person has figured out every single aspect of life, and every nook and cranny of their life is amazingly perfect, and there's leprechauns and unicorns and, just happy things all the time. Now, for many, they have turned dreams into reality. I have many dreams that I've turned into reality. And I have many situations that are amazing, good, decent, mediocre, and poor. And it's a wide range. I've recognized throughout the years that I'm really good at certain things, decent at other things, okay at yet other things, and suck at yet other things. For a while, I was under the impression that the quote, if it's going to be, it's up to me, meant I had to learn how to take those things that I suck at and become amazing at. So this is going back a couple decades. And this fortunately was a lesson that I got through, but it almost ruined me. That whole if it's going to be, it's up to me fallacy facade. The whole self-made millionaire facade, which I misinterpreted it when I heard 20 plus years ago people pounding the drum of how awesome it was to be a self-made millionaire. I was like, yes, I'm going to be a self-made millionaire, but I misinterpret it by meaning if it's going to be, it's up to me. Meaning I had to take myself from those areas that I sucked and learn how to be okay at it, good at it, and great at it, and amazing at it. And what I realized is there's only 24 hours in the day. And in order to do that, it's impossible unless you have the Groundhog Day scenario. Like, remember that movie Groundhog Day with Bill Murray, where he kept repeating the day over and over, and he learned how to be the piano player. He learned how to be all these different expertise things because he had unlimited time. Well, guess what? I don't have unlimited time. You don't have unlimited time. And the biggest epiphany that took me years to figure out, but it's since been a long time, is the self-made millionaire isn't doing it all. The if it's going to be, it's up to me is not what the self-made millionaire subscribes to. And let me share how and what that means. What that means is the millionaire, the business owner, the entrepreneur is the visionary, is the person who is the captain of the ship and said, hey, here's where we are, here's where we're going. And they're able to share the vision properly with the team members. And whether those are real physical live employees, full-time or part-time, or they're people that are on a temporary basis, they're outsourcers, or things of that nature. Hey, here's where we are, here's where we're going, here's what needs to be done. And being the captain of the ship, the one who oversees it at that higher level, doesn't necessarily have to do all of it, but has to ensure it is progressively getting done. So, related back to the topic of the text that led you here, don't fall for the facade of social media. It appears everyone's got everything figured out. And trust me, I've been behind the scenes of for 15 plus years of some of the best and most well-known and respected experts out there. And similar to me, similar to you, they're really good at certain things, decent at other things, and suck at other things in life, right? Personally and professionally. And so what I've witnessed is the absolute truth of the statement that you may have heard either me or someone else say along the line, that if we all were to throw our problems into one big pile, and those problems were represented by shoes, when you saw my problems, when you saw other experts' problems, you'd be like, whoa, I don't want anything to do with that. I'll just grab my problem out of that big pile. Because you know your situation. You have the unique perspective, experience, and personality that you have. Stepping into my world or other experts' worlds with different personalities, experiences, and perspectives different pros and cons, different skill sets, strengths and weaknesses. You would much prefer to handle your problems, even though at times they may feel overwhelming, than to jump into that alternate being and say, yeah, I can handle this because it's outside of what you're used to. So, that being said, it appears everyone on social media has it all figured out personally and professionally. And what I'm here just to reassure for you is, if you were to see behind the scenes, you'd recognize that, like, and I'm thinking of several. I'm not here to share any private information publicly, but there are several very well known and respected experts who don't ever share their health related issues, like serious health related issues that they go through on a regular, continuous basis. They don't bring it up for many reasons. One, they don't want sympathy. One, they don't want to derail. Don't want people worrying about them, and a whole bunch of other reasons they don't bring it up. But there's serious health issues that they're going through, and whether that's with themselves or with their family members or people in their close vicinity, they just never bring it up. And that's something that many of them do a very good job of keeping that out of people's awareness, like really serious situations they're dealing with on the regular. And you know, that's just something that, I guess, to continue on that vein, there's a saying that goes something like this: people with health can have millions of goals, dreams, and desires. People without health have one goal, dream, and desire. That's to be healthy. So I'm just, I'm thinking of, several of my friends who are in that position, super highly successful, super amazing people, yet they keep those situations private, which is 100% their choice. But I'm thinking of them and I'm praying for them, and I do continuously think of them and wish nothing but the best. So for those who are out there, you know that I know, and I'm one of the few who does, but thinking about you, for your family, for longevity, for your amazing information, your amazing products, your amazing services to continue, and you continue to be around for many more years and decades. It will make the world a better place. So just know that. At the same time, there are many others out there who have, really serious relationship situations and challenges, whether that's personal or whether that's professional. Because guess what? Business partnerships and things like that are, in essence, like a marriage. And when these people are super successful, a lot of times comes with that periods of being workaholics, and with being that workaholic leads to deterioration of the personal relationships. Sadly, it's kind of a hand in glove scenario until the entrepreneurs recognize, if I neglect these personal relationships while seeking to grow the business and giving it that much attention, those relationships are going to fall apart, and that causes massive pain for the entrepreneur, for their significant other, for their family, etc. So if we look at it, I don't know any of the statistics, but I'm thinking, man, a lot of the highly successful people throughout history, if we look at their social, their personal lives, man, divorce is very prevalent. I'm just thinking off the top of my head, very, very successful people from the past and very, very successful people now. So it takes dedication, it takes commitment, it takes recognizing, yes, I want to turn these dreams into reality for my business, but at the same time, I don't want to ruin the most important relationships in my life. So there's an equally large amount of entrepreneurs who don't share those types of stresses, those types of situations publicly, yet they're going through it. So these people that are producing great results and doing amazing things, many times there's a cost, and that can either be their relationships, that can either be the attention to their health, until they reach a certain point and be like, wait a second, I want it all. I want the business growth. I want the amazing, rewarding relationships, and I want to be at the optimal level of health, because 2 out of 3 sucks. Period. Bottom line. I've been there in all of those. And the third one is the money, which we talked about, the business growth, the money. And you've probably seen the memes that say a day in the life of an entrepreneur. Like, oh my God, I have the Midas touch. Everything I touch turns to gold. Holy crap, I think we're losing it all. I'm going to go bankrupt. And the ups and downs of the day of an entrepreneur. Well, I'm laughing because that's true as well. So many of the very successful, most highly respected experts of our time today and throughout history have witnessed that up and down, not just in a day, not just in a week, in a month, but in their careers. Very few see that trajectory go one straight line up continuously. It's a roller coaster ride that is not uh, uh, easily attainable. It's like someone who can't stand a roller coaster riding it and throwing up. Like it's a really uh, mindful thing to be an entrepreneur and remain calm, cool, collected while things are going amazing and the bottom is dropping out like you could ever imagine. So all of these things combined, when you see social media, see it as the front stage. That's what people are putting out. They're not sharing the difficulties, the challenges that they're going through, but just know they're human. And just know they're either just coming out of some of those challenges in their health, their relationships, their finances. They're in some of those now, or there's some waiting for them right around the corner. So when you're doing this, the big key that I'd like to share with you is to not compare your life, your journey to others, and not go down that treacherous path of saying, if only I had a life like that person. If I wasn't me, I'd be pissed. Like, look, it's been decades of taking myself from being that person who was born to teenagers, 17-year-old mother, 19-year-old father, raised around 4 divorces and 6 marriages, feeling unlovable, feeling unworthy, feeling all those negative emotions as a child, yet still persevering and becoming a national bicycle freestyle champion as a teenager, a top wrestler in my schools. I went to 9 different schools by 8th grade, and then going on into the Marine Corps, being the #1 honor man from my Marine Corps boot camp from Parris Island, South Carolina, and then having 3 meritorious promotions in 4 years, and then getting an honorable discharge and going into sales and being #1 in 5 sales organizations, and then getting into the internet marketing world and creating amazing results and working with amazing people. Man, it's been one heck of a journey. But what people don't see is the dedication that it took for me to become that national champion bicycle rider as a teenager. The hours and hours and hours, weeks and months to figure out tricks and put together routines, and the practice that it took to be that performer in those competitions. It's kind of like a gymnast. We just had the Olympics not too long ago. The years of sweat, blood, pain, to perform for those couple minutes that make it appear magical. So that was one instance. The Marine Corps, the dedication, the commitment, all that. The same thing in the sales organization, the same thing in the online world. It's the price that's paid. The amount of time that I put in, had I known what was necessary in advance, I probably would have said, there's got to be a simpler way. It takes huge amounts of dedication and commitment. So I make it look simple, but it reminds me of the quote that we've heard, or you most likely have heard. If not, here it is. It's the overnight success that only took 10 to 15 years. And that's really what it is. The dedication, the commitment, the decision to do whatever it takes for as long as it takes to figure it out for you. Because it doesn't matter what I'm doing, it doesn't matter what any other expert's doing. What matters is what you're doing. And so you're here, you're watching this, you're taking the same exact steps I took decades ago, listening to experts who were where I wanted to be, and just trying to pick those little things that make the big difference. Big doors swing on little hinges. So something that I've said here may connect the dots for you. So you're on the right path. You're here watching this, and that's exactly what I was doing, exactly what many of the experts that you look up to now that have the results that you're looking to attain paid the price. And it's just a matter of making that decision. I'm going to do whatever it takes for as long as it takes, ethically and honestly, to get from where I am to where I want to be, personally and professionally, in my health. How can I be the best version of me, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, in my relationships? How can I give the commitment and dedication necessary to make the results occur while not neglecting my health and or my key relationships? And the financial situation, doing what it takes to test, to tweak, to iterate, to continually move forward in doing whatever is necessary ethically and honestly to get those financial results. The today money, the tomorrow money, the contribution, all of that. So you have what it takes. You're here, and that's exactly what it takes. Willing to do what others most likely wouldn't ever want to do. This is, perfect for me, for you, people like us, but totally weird. I remember decades ago, my friends like, why are you what are you watching? Are you in college? No. What are you studying? To be a better me. Oh, really? Well, that's weird. Yeah, guess what? What I found is it's best to be weird. If you follow and do what everyone else is doing, just look, the numbers don't lie. You aren't mediocre. You know you're capable of more and you're in the right spot. So I'm honored that our paths crossed. I have much more that I'll be sharing with you and some very exciting things coming up in the near future. So stay tuned. I hope this was helpful. And just remember to not compare yourself to anyone else that you see in the social media world. Well, man, if only I had that. No, be inspired by me and others, that it is capable for people to go from nothing and turn their dreams into reality. It is capable to go from unhealthy to healthy. It is capable to be in terrible relationships or no relationships to amazing relationships. It is capable to go from a terrible financial situation to financial situation that you've only dreamed of as being possible. It's all possible, and it begins with you making that choice and you continuously, consistently taking one step, one day at a time. So I have lots of amazing things coming up. I do have more valuable insights that might be helpful for you at maketodaygreat.com. I intentionally didn't make that flashy and amazing looking. It's for the people who are there for the content, and maybe that's some people, maybe it's not. I'm not there to try to convince people. It's for the people who know that they have their best still yet to come. MakeTodayGreat.com has insights there that I know can connect those dots in your mind, help you gain that clarity to take the actions that can turn your dreams into reality in many times record speed, pretty fast. Anyhow, it's an honor and pleasure to have you here. Go to MakeTodayGreat.com for that podcast and the insights waiting for you there. Until next time, do just that. Make today great. Talk with you soon. Bye for now.